Hey, how's it going, Sully? Thanks for having me.
Pretty good, man. Thanks for hopping on board. I know for a college guy, 9 a.m. is a little bit early on a Saturday, right?
I'm always up early, so.
Cool, man. So let's talk ACBL first. You guys had a pretty interesting series there with the Margate Green Wave. You got down early there in the first game, lost that game, but came back with 2 straight wins. And what was that like? The first round is always – you never really know what to expect. Obviously, all these teams are pretty competitive, but you guys got in a hole there early and were able to dig yourselves out.
Yeah, well, honestly, for the past 4 years, I've been with Coach Joe Bunting. We've never really been the favorites to win a playoff series, and we kind of went into this series with that mentality that we were just going to kind of come in and have an easy 2-game sweep with this Green Wave team, and that was clearly not the case, and foolish of us to think that. And they actually gave us a very good series that we never saw coming, and it was very up and down. From that first game, when they came out and shocked us on our own home field, we could tell it was going to be a great series, and it ended up being a lot more than we even could have ever expected. It was an incredible series.
I'll tell you what, I liked watching your guy. What's ZP? I guess is that his name? Zabinski.
ZJ Zabinski.
ZJ, that's right. Pretty solid young talent. I mean, here's a kid out of Germantown Academy in PA. He was a freshman at Davidson this year, and that must have been cool hanging out with him this summer. You get to talk college baseball, and here's a guy whose team was basically 1 win away from the College World Series.
Oh, yeah, that must have been so cool for him. We've tried to talk to him as much as possible about that, and he's obviously, just being a freshman, he got to experience a lot of things that not many people get to ever experience in their lives just in his first year. So, yeah, that's really awesome. They get to talk to him about that kind of stuff.
Fun watching him pitch, too. He's got a kind of a funky delivery. I know he took the loss there in that first game, had a little bit of a rough fourth inning there. But overall, I mean, really, really solid, young, talented pitcher.
Yeah, no, he's always been we've had him for the past few years on our team, and he's always kind of between throwing overhand and sidearm. He definitely, I think, fools the batters a lot with that. But, no, he's fun to watch on the mound. Very, very entertaining guy to watch on the mound. He definitely wears his emotions on his sleeve, but got to love that about him. Yeah, he's a very good pitcher.
Now, Justin, one of the cool things about the ACBL is you have all these guys that we've heard about throughout their high school careers, and they end up playing against each other in the ACBL. And a lot of times it's teammates from high school going against each other, and we saw a little bit of that on Monday with you having to go up against Brandon Riggs, one of your old teammates.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've definitely seen a lot of that over the past few years, but it gets more and more college-based every year, the ACBL does. And, yeah, the best case of that was definitely this series. It was a lot of EHT versus EHT going on. The Green Wave has a lot of EHT guys. Northfield, we have a few. So, yeah, it was kind of weird. Even my last at-bat of the series there was against Kyle Tranzu, one of my good friends. So, yeah, it was weird, but it was a lot of fun.
What's that like when you go up against a kid like Brandon or Kyle? I mean, you spent a couple years playing baseball with these guys, and now all of a sudden you're trying to beat them in a summer league playoff.
Well, you take what you know from being their teammate, what they like to throw, when they like to throw it, but the whole being friends with them kind of goes out the window once you step between the lines. I mean, not like I'd be nasty to them ever or anything like that, but it's just you don't really think about that when you're up in the box with the game on the line or something like that. It's just you just got to tune that out, and it's just another pitcher up there.
And Brandon really was a guy who didn't get a lot of attention in high school, even though he had a really good career. And he came out there and had 10 strikeouts against you guys and was kind of doing the same things he did throughout his high school career to be successful, painting the outside corner with that fastball, coming with that big curveball. Talk about him a little bit and why he's so tough to face.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brandon Riggs, he's never been a guy that really pops out at you. He doesn't throw too hard, and he doesn't really do anything that really wows you, but I've always felt extremely confident when I was in high school having him on the mound. I mean, he doesn't throw hard, but like you said, he spots up his fastballs really well, and he keeps you guessing there, and then that curveball is one of the nastiest pitches I've ever seen. It's nuts. You just wouldn't expect it. So, I mean, he knows well when to mix up his pitches, and he spots up really well. So, yeah, he's very effective.
Yeah, he's got one of those curveballs when it leaves his hand and you think it's going to hit you in the face, and it drops right in there for a strike.
Oh, yeah, it drops big time.
So now you kind of played the hero's role here in Game 3 on Wednesday. With tell me about that. About you come up with your team's trailing and 2 outs in the 7th inning.
Yeah, so we were really down to it there the last couple innings. They had taken the lead in the 6th inning. We knew we had to get at least one across in those last 6 outs, and we didn't get it done in the 6th. Coming up in the 7th, I was just praying for an at-bat. I was up, I think, 5th or 6th that inning, and my friend J.J. Swinkowski got a hit with 1 out, and then I was on deck with 2 outs, and Mike DeLessio came through with another big hit, and it was just like a prayer answered for me to get an at-bat there. That's all I wanted. We've never won a playoff series in the 4 years since I've been there, and I just wanted the chance to, make something happen. I got up there, and I had a strike on me early, and the adrenaline just kind of kicked in. I didn't even really think about how hard I was swinging or anything like that. And the next thing I knew, I got a fastball where I wanted it, and I got to put it out in the gap, and it was just crazy from there. I didn't even realize I ran all the way around the third base. It was just I just kind of got nervous, hoping that Mike would score from first base, and I just kind of kept running. I didn't know what else to do with myself. It was crazy.
The game's over. You're still running around the bases.
Yeah.
That's got to be a thrill, though. I mean, I know it's only a summer league game, but to have that kind of finish and come through for your team.
It was crazy. I've actually never had a walk-off hit in my life, and I can't imagine a better scenario to have my first one. I mean, to get a win for Joe. Joe's been there for us for 4 years now. For me and my one teammate Tommy Burns, we've been there for the whole 4 years now. And it's just we've never won one for Joe, and we all know how bad he wants it, and we want it just as bad as him, and it's just great to finally get one for him.
And now you got to take on mighty Margate. What's going through your mind now? I mean, this is a team that's annually competing for the championship, so you guys got your hands full for sure.
Oh, definitely. Margate's a great team, but it's just the same approach as any other game. We're just going to have to make adjustments throughout each game. See what the pitcher's doing, try to make adjustments as quickly as possible, and get some runs across the board.
Talking with Justin Epifanio, former Egg Harbor Township standout baseball player who's now at Montclair State University. And Justin, tell us about your college career so far. How far have you come as a baseball player just playing college baseball? I remember, when I played college baseball, there's so many things that you learn as a college player that just it kind of takes your baseball IQ up a couple notches. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not to sound cocky or anything, but I think I've come a long way as a baseball player since I've been in college. My coaches, from the weight room to on the field, have helped me a lot. And honestly, my teammates have had probably even a bigger role. I've learned a lot from the older guys on my team. I never could have imagined becoming the kind of baseball player I am now because of the help that I've gotten from all my teammates and coaches there. It's just it's incredible the things you can learn playing for a college program like Montclair. I think the coolest thing, Justin, about playing college baseball is, when you're in high school, you're kind of in that your own little bubble. You have varying degrees of ability on a varsity team. When you get to college, man, every guy was all county, all conference, that kind of thing. So you're getting the cream of the crop in terms of the talent level. And I think that goes a long way in raising everybody's game because, every game you're going up against a pitcher who's throwing 85 to 90 with a big hook or maybe a nasty changeup. And as a hitter especially, it really makes you sort of zone in on your preparation that much more. Oh, definitely. I mean, like the thing you said with a lot of guys being all conference and stuff like that, that's really the tough thing to move on from. I mean, a lot of guys, you realize, everyone's in the same boat as you, and you're not the man anymore there. It's all guys who have been the guy for their team in high school, and you realize that the slate is wiped clean now, and everybody's back to square one with their new team, and you just got to go out there and execute and prove why you're that kind of player in college, because high school doesn't matter anymore. What's that like, Justin, your first day on campus in joining that team, and here you are, an 18-year-old, and you're looking around, there's 22-year-old dudes throwing 92 miles an hour. It's a little bit of a shell shock coming from a high school program and stepping into that kind of atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it was definitely weird. My freshman year, we had a couple guys that were 24, 25 years old because they transferred around and stuff like that. Still had some years of eligibility left, and that was real weird. Kids that were graduating high school when I was still in like sixth grade. Stuff, crazy stuff like that. Just they're way older than me, and definitely weird that we're on the same playing field now, and it's just weird to think about that stuff, but they're still my brothers, and yeah, it's awesome that we get all kinds of guys like that together.
Did there ever come a time where your confidence wavered, where you thought, maybe this is a little bit much for me, or maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was, that kind of thing? Did any of those thoughts ever enter your mind?
Well, I mean, throughout the college season, it's a long season, and it's very back-to-back, games all the time. And it's very easy if you get a few games in a row where you're struggling, maybe you haven't found a hit in a week or something like that. It's very easy to get down on yourself like that. But my freshman year, I got very down on myself. I was hitting under 200. I was the backup at the time, and it's easy to just think like, yeah, I deserve to be here. I haven't earned anything, and I just had to tell myself that I'm better than this, and I just got to work hard and continue to do what I do best, and that's how I'm going to get out of this, and that's what you got to tell yourself.
I think the toughest thing, Justin, to really figure out is how to make it through that season. Like you said, in high school you played 20, 25 games, and practice is maybe 2 hours or whatever, but when you get to college, man, I remember my first year playing college baseball, I lost 15 pounds that year just because, like you said, you're playing 50 games, you're going on 3-hour road trips, and you also got to keep up with your schoolwork at the same time. So it was kind of funny. I came home in May, and I was about 150 pounds. My mother said, "Aren't they feeding you down there?" I was like, "Mom, I'm eating 4 meals a day." You kidding me? We got it's basically turns into like a 12 to 15-hour day.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always say to my family and friends, it's a full-time job. It's no joke. Even Division III, a lot of guys think that I'll go play Division III sport, and it's just going to be easy. I'm just going to get to go have fun and not worry about anything. But it's just nothing like that. It's really a full-time job. You're constantly having practices, workouts. In the season, you're going to have your games too. The games are just crazy. The game schedule, it's all back-to-backs, and you got nowhere to hide there. And I mean, like you said, schoolwork even comes first, and it's just hard sometimes to get all that in, and then you still got to eat. It's just, it's a lot, and then if you want to even have friends other than your team, it's a lot of stuff to worry about. But yeah, I mean, it really is a full-time job. It's a lot going on at once.
You got to be enjoying it, though. I know the years I played down at Pfeiffer University in the early '90s, that was some of the best times of my life. Just being with those guys 24/7 and all the road trips and everything. It really is a great time in your life.
I wouldn't trade any of it for the world. It's great. I mean, I really have found a few of my best friends that I ever could have asked for at Montclair. I'm living with a few of them in a house this year, and so I'll be seeing them literally all the time now. So yeah, I mean, no, it really is great. I really wouldn't trade it for the world. It's an experience that I would recommend to anyone. It's incredible just having that family there all the time that you're constantly with, and you share a special bond with that no one else really understands.
Great stuff, Justin. We appreciate you taking a few minutes, and good luck this week against the mighty Margate Hurricanes.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, man. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
That was Justin Epifanio, former Egg Harbor Township star who's now at Montclair State. He's playing for the Northfield Cardinals in the ACBL playoffs. They're going to be taking on top-seeded Margate here starting Monday, so we'll see how that series plays out.